The Boston Celtics bounce back in a fantastic victory. Shorthanded with no Jayson Tatum due to the ankle injury, with Al Horford on rest and no Kornet, the Celtics had an offensive juggernaut, beating the Sacramento Kings 144 to 119, tying up that road trip on California at 1-1. And we'll be breaking down the post-game reactions, looking at fantastic performances from the entire squad tonight on the offensive side of the ball. Welcome back to Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Veliz, but before we get into any Boston Celtics content, I would like to say that roughly around 79% of our viewers are not subscribed, and would greatly appreciate it if you guys hit that big old red subscribe button and join the Celtics Digest family. We're getting closer and closer every day to our goal of 3,000 subscribers. If you want to make sure you stay up to date on everything Boston Celtics, news, trades, rumors, live streams, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the family, as we would provide daily Boston Celtics content. But let's get into the news at hand today. Make sure to grab a snack and get ready to go, as this is going to be a fantastic breakdown as we look and dissect how the Celtics bounce back in an impactful win tonight. You would expect the Boston Celtics to be playing a little short-handed with no Jayson Tatum, no Al Horford on the rest, and having Kristaps Porzingis back absolutely helped them tonight. But you would think after having all that go through, the Celtics would be having a tough game tonight, but they absolutely played their heart out and dominated tonight offensively. And I want to give kudos to the Sacramento Kings as well. It was a very fast-paced offensive game between both of the squads, where the Celtics just completely came out on fire. We want to look at the team stats for both of the squads here. You can see that the Boston Celtics shot around 55% from the field as a team, compared to the Sacramento Kings 47%, and 52% from the three-point range, with both teams shooting at a ridiculous rate. The Kings shooting 21 for 44, the Celtics shooting 22 for 42. They were breaking multiple records in tonight's game. The Boston Celtics also shooting great from the free throw line, 20 from 24, compared to the Sacramento Kings' atrocious shooting from the free throw line at 50%. The Celtics also out-rebounded the Sacramento Kings 50 to 37, absolutely demolishing on the defensive rebounds, and out-assisting them as well by 6 assists. The Boston Celtics also had some stellar performances on the blocks here. Derrick White and Kristaps Porzingis were terrific at doing that and getting some fast break points. The Boston Celtics absolutely dominated in that, hyping up their transition game versus a very fast-paced Sacramento Kings team. The Sacramento Kings team loves to play with high intensity and high energy, and the Boston Celtics recently have said that they want to increase that pace into their game. It had been a little bit lackluster. They were just setting up plays. Teams were figuring out how they would run their offense, and it's actually been helping out the Boston Celtics in their transition game. We saw it last night with the Golden State Warriors game when they actually brought the intensity. They were dominating on the offensive side of the ball, and tonight they did the same thing. We're going to be looking at the Boston Celtics stats here, looking at the starting five and looking at the box scores for our team. And I want to highlight some key impactful players, because a ton of Boston Celtics had impactful plays. We want to break down the starting five, and a guy who played fantastic was Jaylen Brown. 11 for 21 from the field, 0 for 3 from the three-point range, but that's not his specialty. 6 for 7 from the free throw line, with 5 rebounds and 6 assists, finishing with 28 points, and had an absolute ferocious dunk. Jaylen Brown has been dunking on these fools the past couple games and has just been tormenting in that paint, attacking the rim with ease and making it so fun and exciting to watch as a Boston Celtics fan. And all for those haters on Jaylen Brown had a career-high statistic tonight where he has averaged in at least 7 consecutive games 4 or more assists, and tonight he had 6. Derrick White also had a fantastic game for the Boston Celtics, dominating on both sides of the floor, again shooting 10 for 13 from the field and 6 for 9 from the three-point range. 2 for 3 from the free throw line with 2 rebounds and 7 assists, with 3 total blocks finishing alongside Jaylen Brown with 28 points. Derrick White, after having a phenomenal night versus Golden State, putting up 30, puts up another great, fantastic night for the Boston Celtics, putting up 28 points and being so hot from the three-point range. The Celtics had multiple times where they were trading threes back and forth with the Sacramento Kings, where it looked like it was going to be an offensive slugfest, and Derrick White continued to bring that to the Sacramento Kings. Defense absolutely firing from all cylinders. Jrue Holiday had an impactful game as well. With no Jayson Tatum, he had to step up on his offensive ability, finishing with 21 points, 1 block, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds. Also finding the guys that need to be scoring, that have the hot hands in Derrick White, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps, Porzingis. Also being that defensive rebounding guard, but also finding his shot, going 4 for 6 from the three-point range and hitting back-to-back threes in the second quarter. In the second quarter, the Celtics had a little bit of struggle on the offensive side, and Jrue Holiday picked up that pace for them in that regard. And Kristaps Porzingis absolutely dominated in the third quarter. He had 10 total points in the first half, and then finished in the third quarter with 14 total points. He shot 7 for 11 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3, 7 for 8 from the free throw range, with 9 rebounds and 6 blocks as well, being an absolute paint beast and paint menace for the Boston Celtics. Kristaps Porzingis playing effectively on both sides of the court, making me excited to see him come back. But we also have some sad news with that. Tweaked his ankle a little bit. Hopefully he'll be okay. Him and Jayson Tatum we're gonna have to nurse that and look at those ankle injuries. But Sam Hauser had a solid game as well. Finally got his shooting rhythm back, finishing with 10 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 50% from the field from 3, 4 for 6 from the field. Guys like Lamar Stevens brought some energy, and even a guy like Oshae Brissett brought 5 total rebounds and 3 total points in his 17 minutes, bringing that intensity that Brad Stevens or Joe Mazzulla wants in that pace and getting those energy offensive rebounds. That's what he's dominant at, and he did that quite well. Neemias Queta also got some more minutes tonight, playing an impactful role. 3 for 8 from the field, 4 defensive rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds, so 8 total rebounds, totaling with 6 points. Not going to get that backup center role conditionally yet. He still needs to work on that role, but I think that he can still develop into being that backup center as he gets more and more time. And Payton Pritchard, Pacific P as Drew Carter was calling him, had a fantastic showing for the Boston Celtics bench. 20 total points, 6 for 11 from the three-point range, and 2 for 3 from the free throw, with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. And Svi Mykhailiuk, even though he only had 2 total points, had impeccable plays on the defensive, trying to save balls and help out with the hustle plays, and that is what you want to see out of a Celtics role player. If we want to look also at the Sacramento Kings players, you can see that De'Aaron Fox had a very good game with 29 points. Sponis had 13 and 10, not the greatest offensive game for him, and that is why the Sacramento Kings could not get out this victory. The Sacramento Kings were matching back and forth with the Boston Celtics early on in the first half, but once we got into the third quarter, the Boston Celtics absolutely dominated offensively, outscoring the Sacramento Kings at one point 30-12. And that is why this Boston Celtics got a big lead. And then in the fourth quarter, Sacramento Kings waved the white flag halfway through as the Celtics were up 20-25, and there was no way they were going to be able to come back. Ultimately, the Boston Celtics get a fantastic bounce-back win that they definitely needed as they gear up with getting 2 days of rest before they take on the Los Angeles Clippers on Saturday and then taking on the Los Angeles Lakers on Christmas, which are 2 very important games as the Los Angeles Clippers are on a 9-game win streak and are a tough team to face, especially now that they're gelling with James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. It is going to be a tough squad for this Celtics team to run into, especially if Jayson Tatum has his ankle injury and Kristaps is also going to be having a little bit of an ankle injury as well. We also run into the Lakers on Christmas, which is going to be a battle of rivals. We know the Celtics and the Lakers. It is an historic rivalry. The battle for Championship 18, and especially LeBron versus Jayson Tatum, will be a masterclass matchup to watch on Christmas. We'll have coverage for all of that as well. But if you guys have made it to this point in the video and still aren't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the Celtics Digest family. We know you enjoy the Celtics content. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this post-game breakdown, and we'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Bruce Veliz signing out. Peace out.